And you were saying?
I was saying you could always cut all this out.
Okay.
But I'll say this. I've been working with Aisen for pretty much, God, a year and several months now on it.
Hmm.
And I've grown quite a bit, and it's been very helpful, despite the level of uncomfortability you are going to face, and you face it.
Yeah, I'm
I
not that mean.
not you. Your mind right here is the weapon that you're facing. It's
Hmm.
not his program. It's changing how we think. And he's been very successful at doing that with me and challenging me and constantly pushing me. Which, if we want to grow and be better in our lives and achieve the goals we want, this is somebody you want in your corner. He only wants the best with you, and it may feel uncomfortable in the fucking moment. And you just gotta face it.
Hmm.
Because if we continue down the path that we've been on, then nothing's gonna change. You're gonna repeat the same issues. But when you have someone else who can look in from an unbiased, unemotional side and guide you through that, that's that's worth any amount of money to help you achieve your goals. Really, you're cutting down the time to learn. And you know, time is the only resource in this world that is non-renewable. It is the only resource that we will never have unlimited amount of. And you got to choose how you want to value your time. And yes, the service might be pricey, but let me say this. It changes my life in a way that I never had. I'm getting kisses on women on first dates, second dates, and moving forward in the journey. I have gone on 200, I've talked to 200 women plus on the dating apps and going on 30 plus dates, first and second dates, uh, with different women from different aspirations, hot women to women that I find attractive to cute, and women that pique my emotional intelligence. And so he's like a guide rail to challenge you to keep you on that road that you want to achieve. And so it may hurt because you're rubbing up against it, and it's not what you want to be doing, right? And so all you got to do is ask yourself each and every time, is this what I want? And the answer is yes. Then you got to move forward and take the step of action.
Wow, that's amazing, man. Thank you for sharing. So, like, could you share a little bit about where you were when before we started this,
Ah,
mentally, emotionally?
I was frustrated. I wasn't getting dates. I wasn't able to connect with women online. I wasn't getting anything out of it. I was basically giving up. I like with online dating, approaching women, even doing speed dating because none of it had worked. I even hired a dating matchmaker, a matchmaker service, and none of that had worked. Okay, and I got tired of throwing money after money into dating apps, to first dates, to speed dating, and um, and the matchmaker. I mean, none of that stuff is cheap. It adds up. If
Mhm.
you go through what I went through, I wish I had just hired a dating coach like Aisen to begin with, simply because he cut down my time on learning how to maximize the dating apps, cut down my time on how to approach women, how to go on first dates, how to have conversations with women on these dates, and be able to move the bar up to another level. And so it's in my experience, it's been totally, absolutely fucking worth it. It's helpful to have someone to be calling you out and showing the perspective from the other person's viewpoint. And Eisen is really good at that. And saying, well, here's where you fucked up and here's why. And I don't enjoy it, but I
I
do it
don't
because
say it like that. I don't say
no,
everybody like
I,
that.
I'm being blunt, my friend.
Mhm, mhm,
I'm very straightforward and blunt to some extent, and I've learned to mute that through
mhm.
help, through my experience, and through friends and my experiences in the world. Just because it's not easy doesn't mean it's not impossible.
That's why I love your mindset because it's never fixed. You're always growing. I feel like
Oh,
anything is achievable. And that's why, you're able to achieve the success you have through
yeah,
that work mindset.
and and that's honestly the key to all this. Really, anyone can do this. It's about whether or not your mindset and your desire for it is stronger than your weak emotional side to cave in on your and to say no. I couldn't succeed. I'll share this. I first started doing this and I got addicted after finishing Aisen's course to the never-ending loop of validation I was getting for women. And now I can understand why women get so hyped up on going on dating apps and feeling so good about themselves. Because I was literally getting women every week to go on a date. Every and I devolved because I was getting rejected and I was constantly needing this level of validation. And so I took 3 to 5 months off this year, 2023, to recenter myself and kind of just focus on myself some more because I needed to kind of stop because I was in a very bad place here because I let myself get here because I couldn't say no. I got comfortable with a level of comfortability of being validated by external factors instead of being here comfortable here. And being comfortable with yourself is the number one thing that you need to have to attract a quality person into your life. Because if you look for drama and expectations and everyone else to fill you, no one's going to fill you when they're all gone. You're by
That's
yourself.
right.
So why can't you just accept who you are and be happy with what you have and look at we have way more than most people in the world have. And when we don't look at that and we just only look at that, what we don't have and why I just need this to be happy. No, that's just chasing a never ending road
Hmm.
of unhappiness. Why don't we stop and look at ourselves and hold a mirror?
Yeah. Validation comes from within.
Yes, it does. And it needs to be there. You need to say, I'm fucking sexy and I know it.
And I know it. I'm sexy and I
I
know
oh I love
it.
peace. I love it. I love myself. It's
Hmm.
truth. You know? But when I devolved and I went through that journey, I didn't believe it was true. Even though 7 months ago or a year ago, that time, I knew it was true. And I let these external factors affect me.
Yeah.
I I let those external factors affect me. And so that is my choice. That was my choice. And in the moment, I didn't believe it was my choice. I needed time to reflect and review that.
Yeah. Very well said, man. Thank you so much for coming on and doing this. Appreciate it. Yeah.